Good, my people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandiso. For those who don't know, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget to hit the bell notification so you are notified every time I post. Please don't forget to comment on this video. Let me know what you thought of it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to follow me on my socials, on my Instagram and my Facebook, and I will leave my handles on the screen. So as you can tell from the title of today's video, we are getting into it, guys. We're gonna get into it and we're gonna ask, why are we so obsessed with dating apps, particularly gay people? Why are gay people so obsessed with dating apps, specifically Grindr and Tinder? So this is Grindr and this is Tinder, okay? But a disclaimer before we go any further, a young disclaimer: everything that I say on this video is literally just my opinion, okay? It is not necessarily correct or not correct, okay? It's just my opinion, it's just my experience, and just my experiences, and also from my friends and people that I know who have also been on these two apps. So let's get into the video. To start off this video, I want to explain what Grindr and what Tinder are for those who don't know, okay? I don't know if you've been living under a rock, okay? But Grindr specifically is a gay dating hookup app, okay? It's essentially there if you want to meet people who are in and around your area, okay? And if you're looking for long-lasting relationships, if you're looking for a quick hookup, that's what the app is for, all right? And then we have Tinder. We all know Tinder because what, straight people are also on Tinder, right? So Tinder's like the more, you know, levels, you know. Tinder is more, it's much higher up, you know, on the scale. Tinder is for straight people. It's like it caters to everybody basically, and Tinder it's perceived more as for relationships rather than hooking up, or rather than just hooking up and, you know, yeah, rather than just hooking up and just like getting your freak on. Tinder is more of a dating app. So now that I've explained the two apps, just to go back to the question, why are we so obsessed with these two apps? I think, well, we all know that as queer people, right, compared to straight people or compared to heterosexual people, for us it is not as easy to meet people who we can go on dates with, or let me just say it's not easy to meet people who just approach you. For example, if you go to a mall, if you at a gas station or wherever you are, in the club and that sort of thing, you know. So it's not always easy to meet new people because why? We are a minority ourselves. You know, you might be walking in a mall and you see a guy that you like. You don't necessarily know that that person pays for your team, you know. So you're not just gonna rock up and walk up to him, as compared to heterosexual people. I mean, the person of the opposite sex is easily approachable, so you don't necessarily have to go to an app to meet new people. And this is why us gay people turn to these apps to meet new people. So I just want to get that out there. And I also, for myself, I mean, I don't get approached all the time in public, you know, it seldomly happens as for other gay people. But I go on Grindr and I go on Tinder because I know that everyone there is either gay, bisexual, on the DL, or however they identify themselves. So that's where my community will be. So that's why I would rather go to those apps, like go to Grindr and go to Tinder to meet new people. But now it's become such a culture thing that we always there, we always using it. And I don't know anyone, like all my friends have it. We all use them. I mean, as much as we say that we don't like Grindr, child, we all on Grindr, okay? Be it you delete it sometimes, or you don't delete it sometimes, or you go on Grindr once a week, once a month. You do use it. You have used it once upon a time. And Grindr specifically, like I said before, it's I think that it was made because it was made for people who wanted to meet other people, looking for love, if you want to go on dates, that sort of thing. But the culture of Grindr has since shifted and it's changed, and now it's just become a dirty hooking up app. People on that app are usually not very honest with themselves, okay, or about themselves. They don't usually post their pictures, or they'll just like randomly want to hook up, and they're very upfront about that. So some of the pros and the cons of Grindr is, we'll start with the we'll start with the pros, obviously. You're there to meet people, okay? You log on to Grindr, okay? It's gonna show you everyone that is within, like, let's say within, like, what, 10, 15 kilometers around you. So you know that those people are they definitely play for your team, and they are in your city, and most probably close to you, and they're most probably looking for the same thing that you are looking for. Okay, one another pro, and I think this is a pro actually. Some people might disagree with me, is that if I'm looking for a hookup right now and I'm looking for a hookup, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm gonna go on Grindr and I'm gonna hit up whoever I find attractive for that hookup. And those things do happen. And another thing is, well, for me, it's also a pro, is that sometimes you just want to kill time. Sometimes we're bored, and we all say that we go and grind it because we're bored. Okay, so that's a good thing. If you have time to kill, you have nothing else to do, and you're looking for conversation, and everyone always has conversations, so you just go and grind it, and then you just like talk to whoever you want to talk to and kill time. And like I said, also to find friends and to find people around you. Sometimes you're traveling, you go to a different city, you go to a different place, and you don't know anyone in that place. If you log on to Grindr, chances are there are going to be people within a few kilometers of where you are. If you speak nicely to them, they may not be looking to hook up as well. They might show you around the place, show you to the club, show you a nice restaurant, a nice cool spot, introduce you to their friends. So it is good also when you travel to meet other people. And now, a few cons though on Grindr that I'm sure everyone's going to agree with me is that it is an overly sexualized app. It is, yo guys, when I say it's overly sexualized, and I'm sure people are going to agree with me, it is so annoying. Because the reason why I say that is because there are people on that app that are just there for hookup. Okay, they just want to bust a nut, nothing else. And I hate it when people see you on that app and they just immediately assume that you are there for the same reason. So the first message they'll send you would be their nudes. Like, I didn't ask for your nudes, and here you are, just like unsolicited nudes there, yeah, there. So it's overly sexualized in that way. And another thing is that people are not very truthful on that app. There's a lot of people who will pretend to be other people, just for the sake of being on the app, or I'm not sure if they have low self-esteem with themselves, but they'll be on the app just to, I don't know, just to catfish people. And I don't think that's cool. And especially, like I said before, we're such a minority. There's there isn't so many of us, all right? And here you are pretending to be somebody else, you know? I mean, why do you do that? Sis, like, why do you do that? Like, it gags me all the time when I speak to someone only to find out that's actually not the person that I'm talking to. I mean, it's happened to me, it's happened to some of my friends all the time. And like I said, the whole nude thing, if I feel comfortable to send you a picture of me naked, I do. If I don't feel comfortable, I don't. That means you don't necessarily have to force me. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people on the app are very, very, very forceful. Very, very forceful. So yeah, and another thing is that I find on Grindr is that there are these people who are just like so sure of themselves, like it's so annoying. Like your profile will literally be blacks only, whites only, no fats, no fames, this. You know what I mean? And that is not very nice. It's very degrading for other people. I find it to be really, really tacky as well, because one, we all have preferences, guys, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with having your own preference. But to have such a profile, or just to write something like that on your profile that actually offends a lot of people, it's just terrible, you know? It's just terrible. And like, like, I hate that about that app. I hate. Like, here you are on this app, and you are looking for friends, and you are looking for love, and you are looking to date, and yet you see such negativity. You know, somebody's gonna write such negative things about other people. I mean, if you don't like feminine people, then don't text any feminine people. If you don't like people who are plus size, fat people, then don't text them. But don't come with your negative stuff and just like write them on your profile. You know, all that heteronormative nonsense. You know, we are not here for that. And moving on to Tinder. Now, like I said, Tinder is more, it's more private school. You know, it's more refined, you know. And another thing is that the guys on Tinder are usually bomb. Like, bahle guys abantu baka-Tinder. Sometimes I'm just like, woo. Mavelaphi aba. You know what I mean? Like, the people on Tinder are usually just like, judging from their profile pictures. They're usually much more good looking than the ones you find on Grindr. And what I love about on Tinder is that a person will post a profile picture, and they'll have like more pictures of themselves, so you can see different sides to them. You know what I mean? Another nice thing about Tinder is that there's information about the person. Their Instagram usually would be linked. You would know what they do. You would know where they went to school. That sort of thing. You know what I mean? So it gives you more information about the person you're going to match with. And one thing I also do like about Tinder is that if I like you, I'm going to swipe right. So if you like me too, you'll swipe right. Then it becomes a match, you know? So you don't just get like random people just like hitting you up all the time. So there's that thing with Tibana. We have to match first before we can actually have a conversation. Now, like I said, Tinder, some of the pros, I said that the guys are usually, you know, more good looking people. And also, Tinder is good for traveling. You know, when you travel, I've met so many people who have traveled from overseas and who have traveled in around South Africa, and like, they'd be in the country, or they'll be in the city where I am, and then I'd meet them on Tinder, and like, I'd show them around, and we'd go on drinks, we'd go on dates, and that sort of thing. Like, it'd be really, really so cool. And one of the cons is that also people tend to mess things up. I've kind of noticed like recently that they've kind of like over sexualized the app as well. So they'll be just there for hookup, which is really, really not cool, because I don't think it's necessarily made for that when it was created. So I don't think that'd be like a good thing. So Tinder should just remain clean as it is at the moment. So going back to the question to Asba, why are we so obsessed with these dating apps? Like, why do we like them so much? And to conclude my point is that we go in these apps because why? Our community is there. Our people are there. We want to meet people. You know what I mean? We are human beings. We are males that are looking for these things. So I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing if you're on Grindr, because I am, and if you are, don't be embarrassed. You know, do you, boo? If you wanna hook up, go hook up. If you're looking for a relationship on Grindr, go find a relationship, because there are people who are there for the same thing that you are looking for. As well as Tinder, you know, if you're gonna travel, download the app, because you're bound to meet people in that city that you are traveling to who are looking for the same thing. So we need to get rid of that stigma that if you are on a dating app, you either a hoe or you just want to hoe around. You know what I mean? That's definitely not the case. So we love these apps because they are good for us. You know, they help us a lot. They help us a lot. So let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you are on Tinder or on Grindr. And let's start a conversation in the comments. So if you do like this video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the Please don't forget to leave a comment in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to like. And don't leave without subscribing. And I will see you guys in my next video.